vocational training has been always a reality. What is changing is the reality around us that change everything, including vocational training. But it's not anything limited to vocational training. Actually, jobs are changing so quickly that is already 20 years that in the States, the sociological, forecasting in the States already 10 years ago, that we are calculating that the average citizen of the States would change up to 5 times their home and their jobs in their lifetime, in the lifespan. Nowadays, I live in Italy, but I work and teach also in the States and many other countries. You have noticed the pace is very fast. So any effective, including a way of doing things, would need to account the new reality. And so even if the topic is of vocational counseling, vocational job placement, choosing the job and the field is actually the whole of life. But in terms and I pass the word to my colleague, now in my institute there are some vocational specialists. Well, they say, well, nowadays we cannot do the vocational training for the jobs that in 2-3 years would be created by the fast changing society and fast changing technology like artificial intelligence. So we all have this challenge, how to effectively function in an environment that we never experienced before. Nobody. The tempo is so fast that is like a life that was a classical music kind of rhythm. Now we have to rock. And I pass the word, so 5 minutes, to my first colleague, Theresa.
Hello. Welcome.
Okay,
yes, I am.
Theresa, please introduce yourself. Did you hear the first round is 5 minutes for each?
Yes, I am so honored to be here today representing GlobalMindED. So I'm Dr. Theresa SZCZUREK. I am located in Boulder, Colorado in the United States, and I am a board member of GlobalMindED. I'll tell you about them briefly. I'm a trustee of Western Colorado University. I'm an author and a CEO of a consulting, coaching, speaking board service firm. And so I was a first-generation college student who found that higher education transformed my life and has really allowed me to make a significant contribution to the world. And so I went on to found 3 tech ventures, which I sold all 3, and I served as the Chief Information Officer for the state of Colorado. So I'm really passionate about all forms of continued education. So being on this panel is really meaningful to me. So I am here representing Associate Fellow of the WAAS, Carol Carter. She is the founder and CEO of GlobalMindED, and she sends her best wishes. So in my little overview here, I'd like to briefly give you an overview of GlobalMindED and then talk about some principles that we are doing to really help people on their journey through accelerated vocational training, career development, and lifelong learning. So first, let me tell you about GlobalMindED. It is a U.S. headquartered nonprofit, non-government organization, and we're doing some meaningful work to make the world a better place by creating a diverse talent pipeline for organizations and closing the equity gap. And this is fueling the economy. So a staggering 52% of college graduates, many originating from under-resourced communities, find themselves underemployed. This is shocking. You know, it impacts the individual, their community, and it hinders business growth and weakens the overall economy. And so GlobalMindED has set up a inclusive success network connecting students with limited resources to mentors, internships, and career opportunities. This fosters a talent pipeline while closing the equity gap. So, for example, GlobalMindED last October ran a conference at the United Nations in New York City. There were leaders from government, business, higher education, students, and they came together to collaborate and discuss solutions to working together to fuel the economy. Coming up in this June of 2025, GlobalMindED will hold its annual conference in Denver, Colorado. This is its 11th actually annual conference, and it brings together all of these leaders and students to educate and give opportunities. And so, one other thing about GlobalMindED, we have a mentorship program that has helped thousands of students, and it is a proven thing.
Aware
this is one
that you finish in your time.
Okay.
Be aware.
So,
1 minute,
yeah.
one more minute.
Okay, thank you for that time limit. So mentorships is so important. And I can talk more about this as we go into the session. I did want to say that we are firm believers in stackable credentials so that people can start with badges, certificates, and then continue to move forward to stack their credentials. Get experience when you're working at a company, have them send you to get more certificates or degrees. And then I also want to emphasize every individual needs to take responsibility for your career development and lifelong learning. It's really up to you. And in so doing, you know, you continue not only having much more fun, but learning and contributing. So thank you. I'll look forward to the rest of the opening words.
Thank you, Theresa. And then I pass the mic to my friend Ximena from India. Please, 5 minutes.
Good evening to all of you. My name is SZCZUREK. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Institute of Integral Management Studies, India. And we are a vocational training unit in logistics and supply chain management. Over the last 10 years, we have an alumni of more than 4,000 people placed in more than 13 countries and with most of the top logistical companies in the world, including Maersk, Kuehne+Nagel, like that. I would like to tell about the need of continuous vocational education. We know that we are in a changing world, rapidly changing world, and the traditional model of education, employment, and retirement becomes increasingly outdated. The expectation of working for 4 decades in one particular sector and retiring from that sector and switching over to another one or two is being challenged by longer life expectancies. Education and vocational training are essential to sustain relevance in the workforce and personal growth. I can share one of the experiences which I have back in India. Although we are not that good in higher education in case of universities and all, but as far as the skill development and vocational training is concerned, Government of India has a special ministry called Ministry of Skills and Entrepreneurship Development. And I'm also coming under that, in our sector, logistics and supply chain management, there is a vocational training body called Logistics Sector Skill Council. Like this, for every aspect of professional establishment, India has got actually different sector councils. That is one of the things about vocational training in India. And as far as this artificial intelligence and technology is concerned, it encourages the lifelong learning. Technological advancement, particularly in this sector of what I mentioned, artificial intelligence, present opportunities to enhance lifelong learning are more. Using AI, we can personalize learning experiences, adapt to individual facing needs, and provide a real-time updates on industry trends. Virtual and augmented reality can stimulate real-life challenges, allowing learners to practice skills in a safe environment. And it is time for all of us to think about self-learning and a continuous learning. Self-learning in the sense, if there is a body in the world who can certify self-learners, we don't want to get into the regular stream of universities and schools for the certification. We can learn by ourselves and pass a test and get the equal standards of what bachelors and postgraduates are getting it from the university stream. Then it will be a great opportunity. And there are certain economic implications with the life expectancy increasing. People may remain in labor market long. We are going to see people going to work after 60 years will be increasing in the coming years. This shift requires a re-evaluation of career pathways and educational investments. Emphasizing continuous skill development ensures that workers remain competitive always, adaptable and prepared for emerging roles. Knowledge and skills of yesterday are becoming obsolete. So that is a real challenge what we are doing. Highly skilled workforce, innovating and driving growth. While individuals achieve economic stability, we must adopt a new educational model that supports extended. This model would integrate formal education with lifelong learning, emphasizing flexibility and adaptability. It should encourage the pursuit of varied interests and allow for transitions between careers throughout one's life. Support system for midlife career challenges, changes, professional development programs, and access to educational resources are crucial.
1 minute.
Yeah, I'm stopping now. Actually.
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Greetings to you all. I'm Devakanni SUBRAMANIAM, running an institution, SpellBee International, which certifies many students every year. We have certified more than 1.2 million students. And I have had some experience of having more than 1.5 million students in your age. And how many of you are in the medical field? You are studying medicine. Okay. Other studies? Dentistry, medicine, everything. Yeah, medicine, dentistry, anything. Right, and on the related line. See, one day they say, okay, I'm very good. I'm preparing myself to become a heart surgeon. Suddenly the technology improves and they say no more open heart surgery. You can do with stent. So it changes. And suddenly they say there's a new thing where you can cure things through laser surgery, angioplasty. It comes. Suddenly they say you can operate from here or here, not open heart surgery. Right? It changes. And things can change. One day they can say No more man need to operate. It's not very accurate. You move, robots are doing a much better job. Suddenly what we have learned becomes obsolete. So like that, now environment is like that. There is an educational crisis globally. I'm talking for people who are out of the schools and colleges because of their own life problems. Like 244 million children are out of schools. This is UNESCO's report 2023. 244 million children are out of the schools. What are they going to do? Are they having some vocational education in hand? Are they prepared to work on it? Should we introduce only here it, or we should have introduced this when they were in their schools itself? We are supposed to introduce when they are in schools itself, isn't it? They would have lost their education because of their attitude, maybe because of their economic situation, maybe because of the climatic condition or country's political condition, can be anything, right? But what if they are already equipped with vocational skills? So that is what we are talking about today. 85 million jobs gets displaced because of AI by 2023. 85 million jobs. Like my designer, I'm no more dependent upon my designer. My content developer, I'm no more depending upon content developer. Only 10% I'm depending. Rest 90% I'm going with all AI tools. So what is going on here? Similar things may happen in dentistry also, the designing part of it. Somebody else, the tech will do, isn't it? So, but then the good thing is 97 million new roles are getting in. 97 million new roles. So what do you mean by that? The earlier roles are becoming obsolete, but then there are new roles. Who is going to equip them for the new roles? Who is going to equip them to work with AI, to work with robots, to work with the generative AI, or to work on an application which is going to make you money? As doctor, you can sit in one place, you can go for telemedicine, you know. Nowadays, it's getting more famous, right? With telemedicine, you can sit at home, you can be globetrotters, you can go anywhere. It is not only the scenario is changing, it is also people's mind. You may be studying medicine, but you may feel like, I don't want to see blood. I want to sit somewhere, make a call, and then make some money. I want to go around the world. My father asked me to study money. Attitude changes. I don't want to work all 5 days, all 6 days, all 7 days. I don't want to get up in the midnight and then go for a call. I just want to relax and work. I want to write stories about it. I want to take anything, right? So there is a shift in workforce needs. So generative AI is also changing it. And then this one more thing is, what if suddenly whatever you're studying is becoming obsolete? Now you need to have lifelong learning process. There should be flexible learning and training methods. You can leave the education anytime, you can join it anywhere. Or if you have left the education, the adjustment in it can be done at any point of time, such kind of flexibilities. And the last point, what I'd like to say, and then sum up, is fostering an entrepreneurial mindset. No more we can wait only for employment from others, and we can get vocational training. Kids should be trained with entrepreneurial mindset. With small garden at home, they should know how to earn. With a computer at home, they should know how to earn. With whatever skills they have, they should know how to earn. So that is possible only when we start teaching it, when they are right from the school, right from at least from grade 6. This is happening in Germany because of that only 6% unemployment. This is happening in Finland because of that 87% graduates are getting employed. This is now getting introduced in my country also, India. 50% of the people are getting trained the planning according to the planning commission. It's yet to come. 50% of the people are getting ready from grade 6 onwards. So let's look into whichever position you are coming to in your life. So the process is, we need to be creative, collaborative, innovative, with all entrepreneurial zeal and zest. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Now we check if Ximena Gates is here. Do you hear us?
Yeah.
Ximena, you have 5 minutes.
Great. Okay. So my name is Ximena Gates, and I am the CEO and co-founder of BuildWithin. And BuildWithin is a technology company in the United States. I'm going to share a little bit about who we are. And I think that the previous panelist was talking about this already, that we are in a very different time. Right now, we have a great reshuffle of people moving from one job to the other, from being displaced because of the evolving nature of the workforce today, in terms of AI coming in and changing some of the way that we work. That has made for jobs to merge. In the past, for example, you will have the receptionist and the business manager. Now is one person doing that job, so that it has caused changes inside of the organizations. You have new jobs coming in, robotics operators, prompt engineers, etc. And also we have the pandemic after effects and the lowering number of students going to college or finishing college, as well as more people staying working over the age of 65. And so all of this has created an abundance of people moving from job to job, and has also made very important for companies and for organizations to think about workforce differently. Is at least in the United States, the workforce transitions are going to increase by 2030. People will change careers. We see a lot of that already in the teaching profession, leaving the teaching profession and entering other jobs. Teachers transition very well into careers such as customer success for technology, product management. And you see also some professions that can tend to be draining, like social work, being a police officer, working in trauma centers, that people are also moving out of those jobs faster than not finishing a career. I remember my dad worked for 40 years in the same job. That's no longer the case. And with that, we have the opportunity that AI provides to accelerate the upskilling of the workforce. We at BuildWithin, which is my company, we take advantage of AI tremendously to power students, apprentices, and workers with tools that can accelerate their learning and also make them more productive. We started this company because in our other company before, we used techniques such as apprenticeships to bring in people without the traditional college background, or people with college degrees that didn't transfer all that well to the careers that they loved, into careers in technology. And we learned very well that you can actually complement a college education quickly through apprenticeships while the person is in a school. So we will have a lot of students that were in college or learn in a program somewhere, and they will be working at the same time and getting those skills in practice. So we developed a technology that is being used in the United States now to manage on-the-job training programs such as internships or apprenticeships, which are earn and learn programs, meaning the person is working and at the same time is learning on the job. And it's all of us, we've done that, right? Like, we are apprentices the first time we get a job. We are apprentices when we cook a dish. The first time you read the recipe, the second time you kind of remember what worked better for you.
More being on the.
Okay. And so, yeah, that's our company. It's called BuildWithin. You can contact us at buildwithin.com. And thank you for having me today.
Thank you. And there's going to be another round for you. Now we have 3 minutes last rounds, and then hopefully some questions from the public. So, thank you, Ximena. Teresa, now you have 3 minutes, second round.
Yes, hello. Thank you all for sharing your perspectives. Can you hear me? Okay, well, I am a firm believer in the entrepreneurial mindset. I am a 3-time tech entrepreneur and went on to, not only start, fund, grow, and then exit from these 3 companies. I believe that this is really important. I encourage students to get as much education as they can before they start their company. Like, for instance, I worked for AT&T, who had on-the-job training, and I did, because of them, get the company to fund additional education for me. But that then allowed me to build what I needed and make the connections so that I could then start these companies. And so I do believe that people are starting companies and succeeding at them, and that is so important. I also encourage companies to establish apprenticeships, just like Ximena mentioned, as well as internships. I believe that these and mentorships, those are the approaches that give practical experience that can help you be really innovative. People need to just be able to bring in new ideas, and through that, those new creative ideas make a difference in their company. And through that, those programs will go on. For example, one of the things when I was the state of Colorado's chief information officer, having taken a tour of duty away from my tech venture, we had apprenticeships where we brought in veterans from the U.S. Government military, and we had them working with us in cybersecurity. So they took what they had learned in the military, then they came into our government organization and on the job had these apprenticeships. And this was a path then, a successful path to a career. So, and the other thing I wanted to mention is this stackable credentials. I am a trustee at a higher education institution. And so what we're finding is, yes, fewer people are going to college immediately. They may take a gap year, go to work, earn some money, and then they may get a job and start working part-time at night like I did to get a credential, earn an associate's degree, keep learning on the job, get more credentials, and ultimately work towards a bachelor's degree. And it is addicting, and you're learning so much, and then you can contribute more. So I'd say yes.
Thank you. Your time is finished. Thank you, Theresa. And now SS.
Thank you, Alberto. See, now we can find that, everything is changing and we have to prepare ourselves for an uncertain future. We don't know about, how our future will be, what kind of jobs are going to come, how many jobs are going to become obsolete. But there are certain things which remains forever. First and foremost is when skills are concerned, the communication and leadership skills remains forever actually. We should create a kind of communication skills where we can interact with people every time. Second preparation, what we should have is our social skills. Not only communication, how to relate with others, This particular skill is going to remain since the humanity will be there, And third skill definitely is the AI-related and technology-related skills. We may be in medicine, we may be in social science, we may be in physics, or any discipline help us in future educational things. That is very much important. So this is going to be there forever. So we can start preparing ourselves for an uncertain future in that. Second, there was a notion that, or there was a statement that you become jack of all trades and master of none. But gone are those days. I would like to suggest that we should become master of one. Whatever we take, try to excel there and develop a kind of open-mindedness in such a way that we will prolong a kind of lifelong learning. So how to learn new things is the most important thing. And third, a kind of attitude which Theresa as well as Devakanni was mentioning, which is an entrepreneurial mindset. That we should develop when we are doing our bachelor's degree programs at all. Don't depend on others for jobs, depend on yourself for the job. That is the future thing which is going to come. And finally, I would like to tell that be humane and connect yourself to the life. Values are very much important. Values in the sense, timeliness, orderliness, service to society, empathy, considerations, these are all not human values actually. I would definitely tell that, these are divine values. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now 3 minutes to you, Devakanni.
Thank you. These 3 minutes I thought I can take in your own field itself. So what do you think is going redundant? In your field, redundant. It's not going to be there anymore. You're studying for it, you're working for it, you're learning for it, but then it's going to be redundant. What is that?
I think simple coding got demolished by IACP, Moderator. Simple coding will basically.
Okay. Regular checkups, like you are going to check somebody and then say, sometimes back they used to check just with your pulse, right? And then it got changed to like machineries, x-rays, scans, and other things. Now you do not do the checking of it with the machineries. AI can do an algorithm and it can check and it can give you absolutely essential recommendations based on the case studies. You may be doing with your case studies in your life, which you may start with 5, 50, 500. But that will give you case studies across the world, and then it will give you solutions from 5 lakh case studies, right? This is the best thing for this particular person of this particular weight, this particular age, this particular condition, with this much of whatever it is. So many things it can take. So that is going to give you an absolute thing. So what it cannot give, what AI cannot give, what UH cannot give, the emotional recommendations. You know the patient. In your eyes, you can see them. That emotional connection, nobody can replace. And what other new jobs are coming in this field? How you can become an entrepreneur? Possibilities are there. You may not be only as doctors. You can be, there is a great need of medical insurance coming. Promoting medical insurance, having a company with medical insurance, not just for its business to earn, it is a need, it is a part of human security that we promote. So you have an insurance for vehicles. In our country, I don't know whether in your country you have insurance for every human being, medical insurance. Do you have? Okay, in our country we do not have. So like that, there are at least another 120 countries where you do not have medical insurance for each and every person. So that is one. And then medical coding, medical equipment and technology, there can be research in new medical things. There can be, how many of you feel like working for the society, for human beings, welfare and other things? All of you, otherwise you would come down to this field, right? So you can find solutions for how to take care of the treatments of people in the remote areas. Now they are doing it with drones. So many things can be done with robots. There are areas in my country and several other countries where you cannot even get down and then do a treat person. You need to go down the mountains, some tricky places, or up the mountain, or between the valleys. There are so many places. So this can be done. So think about what are the other interesting opportunities, or how many of you love traveling? Traveling around the world and then being a bit more happier. Are you able to understand me? Okay, so if that is the thing, then you have more solutions. Sitting in the place, working for a few hours, still contributing a lot to the humanity. Now is the new age where these things are becoming possible. So catch it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And now, Ximena, you have 3 minutes.
Great. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the and everything the other panelists, what they said is absolutely right. We are in a different time, and we believe that the only way for the school system, the education system, as well as the workforce system to serve the population is for them to actually work together. So schools should no longer be sequential. Students do need practice of the theory, and they need it right away, because everything they learn will be obsolete by the time they leave universities. So we do help universities as well as K-12 and other institutions such as departments of labor to implement on-the-job training programs and to manage them. So, we have a lot of different tools. Some of them are the skills matching, where we go through the skills that the student has, their innate abilities, their passions, and there is a matching algorithm that our platform has that is used to give them a data-driven sort of direction into the career or job or occupation that will fit their skills, but also their interest, and is within the location where they want to work. So we look at a lot of other factors, not just at the type of job, but also about what people are going to be doing in the day-to-day, because you may have a college degree in a larger umbrella of work in a discipline, but then the occupation in the day-to-day may be very different to what you have in mind. And so we do help universities a lot managing those programs. We have AI coaches and AI agents that help in the entire process of learning, having personalized instruction, as well as also helping students to interview for jobs, to match them with jobs, and even translate some of those volunteering experiences into the jobs that will fit that profile. Sometimes, you may have worked after hours at university, that will translate in a job, but you will not put it in a resume. So all of those are available in the platform. And we create pathways for job occupations, some with college degrees and most of them also without the need for college degrees. Here are a sample of those. These are all jobs that are very well paid, that have upward mobility, and where there is huge demand worldwide. Some of our partners and clients are the state of Maryland. They have a service year option program for high schoolers without a college plan. Also, Grow Your Own is a teacher apprenticeship program in the US because we have a teacher shortage. This is for a high school district, education district, as well as higher education, where this very innovative government agency is implementing on-the-job training since high school. United Airlines is also a partner of BuildWithin, and we help them to manage their apprenticeship program in software development, and many other partners. So just to close on this section, it's absolutely right. Skills are centerpiece for every conversation today. Education can't just be theory, and providing opportunities even like this for the public to understand the opportunities to practice what they do, what they learn theoretically, are paramount. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, to you, for some statement or some question. Who wants to start? You have also to welcome to disagree with any of the statements you made. The future is yours. You're going to be also the people shaping the jobs of tomorrow. Who wants to start? You. Can you say your name?
Yes, hello, my name is Ibrahim. I have something that you said earlier that I had like a question about it in my mind. You said that you should teach people or kids in school about entrepreneurship and how they should be more into entrepreneurship. So that works, but I don't know. I feel like it's better depending on the child or the parents. What if a child is not programmed to do like a mega company or like have that inspiration in their life? They want to be an office worker or something like that. Because a lot of people that I have experienced like conversations with, they tend to like to do office work. They want to have a simple life and not include themselves with a whole entrepreneurship idea. So it's just a very big discussion.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Good question. This question is a very good question. Like leadership, entrepreneurship is a quality by itself. When you become a father and mother, when you run a family, you are an entrepreneur there and there. You know budgeting, you know taking care of finance, you know how to take care of customer care and a whole lot of things what is happening in a small household. So that is entrepreneurship. You have a garden, you start growing things, you know how to manage things. You have a crisis at home, you know how to manage the crisis at home. Everything is entrepreneurship. We are talking about entrepreneurship to be taught, leadership to be taught, managerial skills to be taught at a very, very young age, so that when right time comes, they know how to manage it. If they want to become, they can become. They can study, become a doctor, work for somebody. At one point of time, when they don't want to become a doctor, don't want to work for anybody, want to start a research institute, let them start. If they want to start a lab, let them start. If they want to start a clinic, let them start. But let the quality be with them. So there are two options we are saying. One is teach them young when they are in schools. Second is make available all types of flexible and learning system, so that at any point of continuous learning system, so that at any point of time you can upgrade yourself and specialize yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll
Who's the second? Can you please tell us your name first?
How much time do we have before I start? Like how much minutes? Like can I
1 minute.
1 minute, okay. So my name is Halilullah Abdullahi. I'm a computer engineering student for the first year. And we have talked about the AI, and I see like you're telling that AI is taking a lot of jobs from the people. And I think like it's gonna bring new jobs for the people, and that's gonna be like, as we all know, AI is like a dark black box that you get information and process and get the output to us. So our question would be like, my question is that if we find out what's inside that box, and if we know how we can make like AI to think for us and to solve our problems and think for us, maybe with quantum computers or other things, how long will it take to replace like most of our scientists and like improve and higher speed? That's my question.
Okay.
And I can answer that too.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So AI is the topic of the day. And rightly so, because we have seen tremendous advancements since 2022, even though AI exists for at least 70 years. 1950 was the first time that Alan Turing talked about the possibility that computers could think or machines could think. And here we are today with announcements of AI technologies, innovations every single day, multiple a day. And so the notion that AI may replace some jobs is true, but it will not displace people who know how to use AI tools. And in fact, what we have seen is that AI accelerates the productivity of workers, and it makes the work that you do that is tedious, automates that, so we can use our brains for the activities that require critical thinking, strategy, etc. The key, though, is that you have to, we're all learning together at this moment. that is a level field for everyone in the world. And so the key is actually to learn, is to be on top of the news about it, but also use the tools. There are plenty of them. Many of those are available for free. And my suggestion to students here is that take advantage of those. Don't be afraid of them, of course. Don't share your personal information on any public free tool, but use them, play with them. You have Sora now for video, Perplexity
And
for
I would like to add to that. I agree with this continuing to learn. There are free online courses in AI where you can become educated on how to use prompts. For example, you can get certificates. And I really encourage students, first of all, to go into LinkedIn, create a profile, go and access their thousands of free courses, including AI courses. So I agree with you. And I want to, before we close, just encourage students to really think about science, technology, engineering, math, medicine. Those are fields that are up and coming. We really need, and AI fits right in there. So use your talents and your experience with this AI to leverage that. Thank you.
Thank you to all the speakers, and thank you that you came here. Also, the people that didn't express themselves. The challenge is to express yourself in your daily life, because the future doesn't depend on what we say. It depends on what you would do in your daily life and the kind of value you would, apply to the relationship with yourself, others, and the world. Good luck to everybody. Thank you.